Okay, welcome to this Lenny Kravitz song off his new album, Strut. Fantastic, just a great album, and this is one of my favorite songs. And got my new Supro amp. It's a Thunderbolt Plus. I'm plugged into the low setting, which is the true Thunderbolt setting. 35 watt. You can go 45 watt, which is AB rectified. 35 watt is A rectified signal input, and there's a what is it, 60 watt? Yeah, 60 watt, which is a solid state rectifier. So you get a lot more clean headroom with the 60 watt. Great sounding amp. I've been playing with it for the last couple of hours, and I've been meaning to do this song, and couple other new things. I put some throwback 55, 56 reissue pickups in this R6 reissue. So this Gibson has what I consider a truer tone. I really find it's a lot more woody, a great P90 sound. I'm using between the pickups here for the tone. And I've got my volume at about 8 on the treble and about 6 on the rhythm. And my tones at about 7 and 5 on the bridge. So anyhow, that's the sound I'm getting. I also have, I noticed he's using a flanger on this. So I have my MXR flanger hooked up. I had this all worked out on my Amplitude, but since I got the new amp, I thought I'd throw this in. This Supro amp, 35 watts, it's loud, but it's not obnoxiously loud. I mean, it's gonna, your neighbors will hear it, but for me, it's a great sounding amp. Gets a great distortion. And I haven't even played the telly through it, so I want to do some Zeppelin through it with the telly. But anyhow, all right, I'll shut up. Let's move on to the song. I noticed when Lenny's guitarist, Craig Ross, plays this, he's playing on a Strat. So you got that single coil pickup sound, and that's why I went with the P90s. I thought it sounded authentic and just a little more grit. I did it on my Strat and it sounded great too, but you know, I want to show off these new pickups, new amp, and let you see what we got going here. So to start out with, we're going to reference an E minor, probably an E minor 7th really, because that's what they play throughout the song. We'll move to an A minor. There's a C in there. And there's also a B. Alright, those are the chords in the song. So let's talk about the intro. The intro, basically, again, we're referencing a E minor 7th here, and we're just playing on the first string at the 7th fret and the second string following up at the 8th fret. And we're going to use the 6th string as our kind of pedal, but muted, palm muted. got a chuck, dot, 1, 2, and he stretches these up. That's why I'm using my middle and ring. I found when I use my index in that, I tend to stretch the middle finger more than I do the index. So I'm using my middle and ring, whatever works for you. So we have, and then it's a, so we have this. All right, now the bass comes in and they're doing octaves. So she's doing C sharp to D sharp to E, okay? All right, so what Craig is doing is he's giving it a 2 count on that E. All right, he's giving it a 2 count on the E string, and then 4 down up, and then 1 more down with a hammer on to 7. Okay, so all together we have this so far, slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. If it helps you with timing, you can come in with that C sharp for a 2 count. 1, 2, and then you're. So it would sound like this. All right, so you can see how that 2 count, you're playing along with the bass at that point. But again, I think he's just riding on that E. All right, and that is really the lick of the song, the main meat of it. All right, so you get that down, you got the main lick. So I'll play the next part at speed and then show you how we come into it. So the way he comes into this bridge before the chorus is he's going to hit this note the 4 times, and then he's turns off the flanger and comes in with a C minor. All right, we're just playing partial chords. All right, C from the 4th string down, and A minor from the 4th string down, then an E minor 7. All right, and then the little chords that he slides back and forth will be C to B, back to C. And then he comes to the 12th fret and slides from 11 back to 12 on the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st string. All right, so we have this. Then you're back to the C and over again. All right, and that's more of a slide. You don't have to hit it, just let it slide. Then back to the C. Then to come back into the chorus, we're going to go to B. All right. Pretty sure he turns the flanger back on for the chorus. The chorus will be E minor 7th. All right. And And then we're going to lift that up and we're going to play a D. We won't play the root note. We're going to let the bass play the root note. So we'll be playing the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string at the 7th fret. Then we come back to C, back to D, and then we're going to do a little hammer on the 2nd string at the 8th fret. Then we reference our E minor again, and what he does is he's going to lift off twice. Alright, back to the D's. Then you're back into it. There is a little part where Lenny goes into the pre-chorus and he's playing kind of quietly, so you want to hit your chords more with your finger. So that'll give you that quieter tone and not using the pick. So there you have all the parts. We'll do a playthrough so you can see how they fit together.